Someone does something nice for you, and instead of feeling warm, you feel suspicious. Your stomach tightens. You start scanning for the motive. What do they actually want? If that's you, stay with me, because this isn't a character flaw, it's a pattern, and it has a name. Case 47, the subject who cannot accept a gift without checking the price tag. Someone hands you kindness like it's a wrapped box, and your first instinct isn't gratitude, it's who packed this and what's inside. You're not ungrateful, you're running a background check on reality itself. Here's what's actually happening in that moment. The nervous system learns before you do. Your brain has a threat detection system called the amygdala. And in people who've been hurt by the very people who claim to care, this system gets recalibrated. Not broken, recalibrated. It learned that warmth sometimes preceded pain. So now it flags kindness the same way it flags danger. It's not paranoia, it's pattern recognition, just running on old data. There's a concept called social exchange theory, the idea that humans unconsciously track what they give and receive. But for someone who grew up in an environment where love always came with conditions, this tracker gets corrupted. Every act of kindness gets mentally filed under "what will this cost me later?" Receiving feels less like a gift and more like an invoice with no due date. The smile behind the smile. Here's a clue most people miss. People who distrust kindness aren't cold. They're actually extraordinarily perceptive. Research on hypervigilance shows they process social cues faster and deeper than average. They catch micro-expressions. They notice tone shifts. They read rooms. The same radar that makes them suspicious also makes them nearly impossible to deceive. That's not a weakness. File that away. Attachment theory, look it up, it'll haunt you, suggests that the emotional templates we form before age 7 become the lens through which we interpret all future relationships. If early caregivers were inconsistent, kind one moment, cold or explosive the next, the child's brain concludes warmth is temporary. Stay ready. The adult version of that child doesn't distrust you specifically. They distrust the pattern you remind them of. Evidence log. A 2019 study published in Psychological Science found that individuals with anxious attachment styles showed measurably higher cortisol responses when receiving unexpected positive social interactions, not negative ones. Kindness literally triggered stress. The body doesn't lie. And here's the price of living this way. You're exhausted, not from doing too much, from analyzing too much. Every kind word becomes a puzzle, every warm gesture a potential trap. You push people away right when they get close enough to actually matter. And then the loneliness sets in, not because no one's there, but because you can't let anyone fully land. You've been on guard so long you forgot what it feels like to just receive something without bracing. But here's where the investigation flips. What looks like distrust is actually intelligence that hasn't found a safe place to rest yet. The ability to see through people, to protect yourself, to never be blindsided, that is skill, refined by experience, paid for at a high cost. The work isn't learning to trust everyone. It's learning to slowly, carefully lower the drawbridge for the people who've actually earned it. You're not broken. You're a system still running on a threat that no longer exists. If this case file felt familiar, subscribe. New psychological investigations drop every week. The mind is always worth examining.